Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we're going to have a look at the Gatling Gun. Now what makes the Gatling Gun so good? Well, for starters, you can use it as low as level 20, which means it's good for a starting heavy gunner as well as all the way through the end game. It's incredibly ammo efficient. Basically, you never will have to craft ammo with this. You'll constantly accumulate ammo, so that means you don't have to spend time hunting for materials to craft more. It has a very fast reload, even though it has a good ammo capacity and you're not going to reload all that often. When you do, the reloads are very snappy. And it does excellent damage, and it has a really cool sound. When you hear one of these, it does sound like an enemy is just being chewed to bits. Now, the one I'm using today is not a legendary version. This is one I just crafted. So I have it modified with the speedy receiver, which increases the fire rate, the long barrel, which increases the range. That is another thing about this. For a heavy gun, the AP cost is actually not so bad. With the long barrel on it, it has an AP cost of 39. If you put a short barrel on it, obviously that's going to cut the range. I think it's down to 120 or so. You can get the AP cost down to 35. And if you had a roll with reduced AP cost, that puts it into the 20s. So it could actually be used as a VATS weapon. Maybe you could treat it like a fast firing rifle. If I got the right combination of effects, that's certainly something I'd like to try, but I haven't seen that yet. Now I have the front sight ring on it. I'm not sure what that's supposed to do. I thought maybe it would increase accuracy with hip firing. I can't tell a difference. Manual aiming, same. I can't tell a difference. Maybe for VATS it helps you. I don't know. I can't see an upside or a downside to it either way. But I do have that on there. And I have the Appalachian Thunderpipe paint on it. I know somebody's going to ask where this comes from. I honestly don't know. It was either the Atomic Shop or a scoreboard. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Now, we really don't need much to make this work, so we are using the heavy gunner perks. I have rank 3 of Master, Expert, and the regular one. And I have stabilized. I will be wearing power armor, so we are going to get 45% armor penetration. I have one gun army, which will give me a chance to stagger and cripple my enemies. And I do have adrenaline maxed out, so when I'm facing multiple targets, which is most of the time, my damage will keep increasing. So as you can see down there in the lower right-hand corner, I actually have no ammo at all. And we're going to do that to just show how ammo efficient this is. I'm going to loot one thing. There's 103. That is one of the things. When you do loot 5mm ammo, it is in large chunks. So we are going to start with just this ammo and see how much we end up with at the end. Now, I think for a lot of people, Mothman cultists are going. That is one more thing. So the Mothman Equinox is running, I think it's just going for a week right now as I'm recording this. So that is actually a good way to get mods because a lot of times they often will have Gatling guns, so you can get yourself a Gatling gun. You can scrap them for mods. You can see the damage is actually pretty good. I do like to manual aim these. I find these pretty easy to aim, even in third person, where I'm usually pretty terrible. And you can see, let's see if there's ammo. Oh, they don't have any ammo. All right, that's not super helpful. But I did pick up some, so I've gained a little bit. I'm up to 125 rounds. Oh, another Equinox. Well, another Mothman. They do tend to be pretty... Oh, there's 2 of them in here? Wow, okay. That was weird. I could have moved there for a second. Not sure what's up with that. Taking quite a lot, but yeah, they do. This thing does really nice damage. They're also decent for hip firing. I tend to like to aim stuff though. That's just kind of how I do things. So another area loot, and yeah, we're up to 127 rounds. So we're slowly gaining. Oh, there's another 100. So we actually have enough to reload with some. Oh no. Don't have quite enough for a full clip, but we are slowly gaining ammo, which is the beauty of this weapon. And like a lot of people, I start off as this is my first heavy gun. I mean, not this specific one, but wow, everything is coming up. I'm supposed to be shooting robots here, and yeah, everything's coming up Mothman. But I did start off with a Gatling gun as my very first heavy gun, and I think a lot of people do that as well. It's kind of like their starter heavy gun. And the thing is, you don't have to get rid of it. It's a starter, but you can just keep using them forever. They're incredibly ammo efficient. You can see the damage is really good. And you just basically just hold it down, pull down the trigger, and they just keep firing away. Just doom, 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 kill the enemy. Hip firing. I don't find the hip fire accuracy to be super great, but I don't tend to use the weapons that way either, so. But for those of you who like to hip fire, maybe if you're playing first person, I am having trouble navigating the scenery today. And he's gonna blow up, and so now we're doing a hip firing, and if we're close, it's not so bad. You can see my ammo count is now 400. So we started with 0, And we're all the way up to 400. So you can see this is one of those things. You just need to craft one, and you don't ever have to craft ammo for it. And everything is going down very easily. Now, I am taking a lot of fire, so probably out of power armor, this is not something you want to do. But yeah, we're up to 450 rounds. I'm definitely having trouble with enemy location, and the range on this is really nice too. So, and having one gun army is nice because then you get a little bit of stagger, so the enemies will kind of hold in place. They won't run away from you so much because they can't. So if you are a fan of the minigun, which uses the same type of ammo as this does, you can actually use this to feed the minigun. Because as you can see, I mean, I haven't used this for very long, and the ammo just accumulates in pretty high amounts. So now we're up, yeah, we're up over 500 rounds now after starting with 0. So, and of course, more Mothman cultists. I wish their loot bags dropped something good. Feels kind of a waste. I want the regular enemies. I don't care so much for the cultists and their 1-star items that they give us. Close-up combat, little, okay. Camera doesn't want to cooperate in third person, so makes it a lot more difficult to aim. But we are getting the job done, and this guy, oh, he's gonna drop me a 2-star item, so still, I don't want it. Yeah, these things have just a lot of health. Stop firing there. I'm not sure why that. I'm in power armor. You should be able to... shouldn't be able to stop me. I'm in power armor. You're just a guy in some rags. Let's see. There's another one. Yeah, actually, if you had something like vampire on this, I think that would be a really good roll on something like this. You just get constant healing. Just hold down the trigger. And I got a T51B piece. 2 stars. Not interested. And let's get rid of the rest of these guys right here. Yeah, you can see the damage just boom, boom. It's so satisfying to use, and throwing the enemies is great. Yeah, I love the, I never get tired of the sound of the Gatling gun. It's so good, and then just big chunks of health from the enemies. It's so good. Now, Mirelurks don't tend to generally drop much in the way of ammo, so hopefully we're up to 600 and some odd rounds, so hopefully we have enough to kill everything here, because I'm not expecting much back, and everything here is pretty tanky. It's a lot more tanky if I can't hit it. I seem to be kind of in a awkward spot overall. Jeez. Yeah. Downside of not using VATS, I'm not so great in the third-person aiming and targeting stuff. Maybe if I aim instead of just hip firing, that'll help. These things have so much. Why do you have so much health? What's up with that? All right, let's go chew up some Blood Eagles. Uh-oh, he's got a 50 cal. I do like the 50 cal. I like that a lot, but seems like there was an invisible thing there blocking my shots. Yeah, 600-ish rounds. That should be enough to take down a Mirelurk Queen, I'm hoping. And another one of her minions while we're waiting. Or, no, 2 more of her minions while we're waiting. Yeah, if I'm aiming, it does a lot better. Now, I have... Union armor has a lot of poison resistance, so that's not something I should have an issue with. I should shoot her in the leg, see if I can do a cripple thing. Ooh, she's still doing a lot of damage. Let's shoot some legs. See if we can slow her down. I mean, I could cripple the spouts. Okay, she's way... Okay, what is happening? Okay, let's go up here. I was kind of boxed in there for a second, and my health is doing some sort of damage. What's up with the... Doesn't seem like my poison resist is doing much. Enemies are not being very cooperative today in terms of the positioning, so kind of forced to be in awkward positions, but I just keep on shooting, and eventually she'll go down, and I'll still have plenty of ammo. I am going through a lot of it, though. But her health is almost depleted. Would like to cripple the legs, but unfortunately, she just got a little too close. There we go. Took care of her, no problem. All right, let's see about a flying thing. Let's see if I can... I mean, the nice thing about it being so ammo efficient is you don't necessarily have to be super accurate with your aiming. You just basically hold down the trigger, keep shooting. If you waste rounds, it doesn't tend to matter. So I got a big chunk back from the Mirelurk Queen. Regular Mirelurks, Mirelurk Kings, not so much, but that Queen gave me back over 100 rounds. So we are still in good shape. And are you landing? You are landing. Now, another option you could do is prime this. It'll give you more damage in general, but especially more damage against Scorched and Scorch Bees. That does cost you some fire rate, though. I think it'll reduce the fire rate by about 20%. I find this to be just fine, though. She's going down rather quickly, rather easily. pretty much drama-free. So when all was said and done, we ended up with a little over 700 rounds after starting with 0. I would call that very ammo efficient. And there you have it, the Gatling gun. Even as a non-legendary, it still hits very hard. And it's not just a weapon for a beginning heavy gunner. You can use it all the way to endgame. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.